let's have a look today at the tabletop invert climb. Don't worry, it's not like a full invert, it's just gonna be like a half invert to the side. And from there we will come over a little static rotation into a hood ornament. And then we can repeat the sole again. So I'm doing this move here on a static pole and it looks like this. And depending on your needs, you can just do this climb as a conditioning exercise because you're automatically doing both sides. Because when you continue to do the move as a climb, you're automatically switching sides. So that's pretty good here. You can also use this move as an entry into the hood ornament or as a little transition. So feel free to use it for whatever you like to and have fun. So for this, we want to have our inside hand in a strong hold grip here and the outside hand comes behind our back onto the pole. You can use a handshake grip here or you can use a cup grip, whatever you prefer. I like to use the handshake grip here. Also, depending on where exactly you're placing the arm around your back, like when it's right in the middle, you're kind of in a neutral way, so maybe give that a go first. If you see you're struggling a bit with the entry, you can slide your hand slightly down and that way your arm is a little bit more over your bum and it's going to make the start of the move a little bit easier, but then, well, later you'll have to pick up on that and put a little bit more effort into it to get into that leg hook. Or you can take the hand a little bit higher, which will make it a little bit harder in the beginning, but then later on it's going to be way easier. So I'm just going to keep it in the neutral way here. So what I did first was getting into an outside leg hang. So I want to hook this leg on the pole. And to do so, instead of doing a proper invert here, which is pretty hard, all that we want to do is basically lean our body to the back. And that way we're also going to lose the grip here that we have by leaning back. And at the same time, we're bringing up our legs. And then we can bring them to the side and hook the outside leg in. So it's going to look like that. I'm leaning back, bringing my legs up, and hooking that leg in here. You can do this with bent legs or you can also do it with straight legs. I did it just then with bent legs, so just here with straight legs as well. So I'm leaning back, bringing them up and hooking the outside leg. You can also see which version you prefer here. You can either bring your legs up straight and then hook the leg in without going into that full invert position, or you can bring your legs over straight away. So I'm just going to show you that one from the front. So I'm either bringing the leg only up first and then to the side, which looks like this, or I can bring them straight away to the side, which would look like this. So just choose what option works best for you and let's continue. So I'm going to come up into my tabletop invert position. So coming up, hooking the leg. Now as you can see, my bum is not higher than my shoulders, it's more or less in a straight line or a little bit below that, which is totally fine because we don't want to do the full invert as I've said. Now we're going to take the bottom hand off, bring it above, release the other hand, bring it above again, and now we can just straighten out the hooked leg to come off, straightening it and coming out for now. Let's have a look at this once more from a slightly different position. So I'm getting into my tabletop invert, hooking here, my bum is lower than my shoulders, bringing one arm up onto the top, second one can release, grab on top of the pole and then straightening the legs out to come down. So when you feel nice and comfortable doing this, we can try to add on to that a little bit. And what we want to add on to it is a little hook ornament. So that's this position here. Sometimes you do it like that. You can hold your hands like that, whatever you like. It's about the legs being in this position here. And we're going to do this by sliding down the hook knee instead of taking it off and extending the leg as we did so far. We just slide it down and that way we are able to put that pole back into our armpit here to get back into the strong hold grip. Only that this time it will be on the other side. So let's go for it. So starting off in that tabletop position, we want to invert, hook the leg, bring one hand up, bring the other hand up. And now we are sliding the hook leg down, keeping the other leg behind the pole. And as we're sliding, the pole gets closer to me and I'll be able to pull it into my armpit here. And now all I have to do is take the top arm, bring it behind my back, and I can start all over again. I can lean back, bringing my legs up and over, coming up, up, and now again, sliding this leg down. The other leg stays behind the pole, but it moves, like it's now on my upper thigh, and it just moves until it's right here where my foot is. So I'm sliding it down, 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 and bringing the pole into my armpit here. And coming back down. So I hope you could see it on the pole. In case you couldn't, just once more here, we're kind of like in this position here. And now, inside leg is sliding down and the other leg, I'm pulling it out from there and bringing my hips in front of the pole here. And now I can push myself into the pole here, or pull myself into the pole here with the arm, bringing the elbow around. And then top arm goes behind and we can start the whole thing again. If that feels all good as well, we can have a look at those static rotations here as well. So for this, we're going to do all the same things. So we're going to end up in this position here again. And then we want to spin, not forwards, like not to the side where our outside leg is, but towards the side of our inside leg. We want to spin, circle around here, at the same time bringing the leg down again and pulling it in. And the key here to get a nice rotation going is to not pull ourselves into the pole straight away, but to try to keep our upper body away, circle it, and then come into it. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, tabletop invert. Regripping. And now, this one is my inside leg this time. So I'm gonna bring my upper body all the way around, around, around. And now, as my other leg slides down, I'm gonna pull myself in here. And when you do it quicker, it looks a little bit more dynamic, because it's not slow motion as I did, but you can see how you get that full rotation there, just by the fact that you're keeping your upper body out first and then pulling it in the end. So let's do this one in a little bit quicker. So starting from the tabletop position, we're gonna invert, bring our arms up and around. And then of course, when you're at the end, in that hook ornament position again, you can bring your hand behind into tabletop and just repeat it. Or you can just use all of this as a nice entry into the hook ornament, or you can maybe just use half of it and then just put some splits in between that, which could look like this. And then you can continue again from here, as we did before. Or you can just continue from the split position and do something else. Play around with it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below. And have fun with this move. See you soon.